Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
An 8-year-old boy shot in his home here in Canton tonight. Now police trying to piece it together and find out, was this an accident?
The Michigan House and Senate's investigation into November's election taking a new turn tonight with subpoenas issued to the Detroit and Livonia city clerks.
The state suspending the liquor license of nearly a dozen bars and restaurants for COVID violations, including Andiamo in Warren.
We'll begin, though, tonight at 11 with breaking news from Warren, where crews are on the scene of a home explosion. Investigators say sewer line workers hit a gas line, causing the blast. Tim Pamplin is there with a night cam.
This house explosion occurring on Lozier Street at MacArthur. That's 9 Mile Van Dyke area. As we zoom in here, the entire inside of the house is destroyed, walls blown out. And I'm being told this all occurred when a construction crew were trying to fix a water problem right there. They hit a gas main.
This is horrible. This is on my dad's street. We heard the house blow up.
Consumers got out here. They were out here before they could even find where the gas was. The house blew up. It blew the front of the house out on both sides.
A scene of pandemonium.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
First concern for firefighters was there anybody in the home? There wasn't. The home is rented by this young lady. She's completely crushed as she returns to find her home destroyed.
Everything's gone.
She says she made a decision to move her and her dogs out of the home while the city fixed the water problem.
They may have hit a gas line of some sort when they were patching up the pipe they were trying to fill in, and the house exploded, and there's nothing left.
Your heart goes out to young Haley there. Now consumers are tasked with fixing this problem. They don't want to turn gas off to the entire neighborhood. It's a chilly night out here, so they say they're going to try and just limit it to a few homes along Lozier Street here. That is the scene in Warren tonight with a night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
The dilemma there, Tim. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Well, also developing tonight, an 8-year-old boy is rushed to the hospital after being shot inside a home in Canton. Let's bring in Jason Colthorpe now live on the scene tonight on Old Michigan Avenue. Jason.
Devin, this scene just cleared within the last hour, but before police left, one investigator on the scene told me, I have so many people out in a bunch of different places, but they wouldn't elaborate on what that meant. Investigators at the hospital, here at the scene. We do know police were in the home back there talking to the family, trying to figure out what happened here. The 911 call came in around 4 this afternoon from a home in the Glen Ridge manufactured home community. Canton police say an 8-year-old boy was shot after a firearm discharged inside a home. A person connected to the park management believes the boy's father was cleaning his gun when it accidentally went off, but police have not confirmed that.
I feel so bad, and I just pray for the family, you know, that their little boy's going to be okay.
Vicki Lee lives a few homes away and was shocked to hear what had happened.
It's really shocking, and it's sad that it's sad no matter what, but especially a child.
Police are not identifying the family, but Lee says the boys she knows on the block are good kids.
They would be playing around here in the street. They're good little boys. I mean, I don't know him that well, but just, they'd say hi, and it was good little boys.
Yeah, police still not saying much at all about this right now, wanting to get everything buttoned up, but we are expecting to learn a lot more about this case tomorrow morning, including the condition of this boy who's been shot, though the police chief tonight saying, keep this family in your thoughts. We're in Canton. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4. Okay, Jason. Frontline staff from 2 Metro Detroit health systems are some of the first people in Michigan to receive a coronavirus vaccine.
At Michigan Medicine in Ann Arbor, employees volunteered to get their first dose today. And in Southfield, 140 Beaumont staffers who are in contact with COVID patients also got the first shots today.
I'm really scared of COVID based on everything I've seen, but I'm not scared of the vaccine.
I'm hopeful. I'm excited. Obviously, we're all scared. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, but I feel like this is the first time we're at the end of that tunnel. We can see the light.
Healthcare workers and long-term care residents will be the first to get the vaccine. It's expected to be available to the general public sometime in the spring.
Today, the state reported 4,730 new cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours, with 183 new deaths, including 71 from a review of past vital records. The state did say they're seeing some encouraging trends with the number of cases as well as the hospitalization and positivity rates all declining.
Overall, 18.5% of hospital beds had COVID-19 patients in them. The percent of tests that are coming back positive is 12.3%. This is also trending down for the past 7 days. All of this means that we are cautiously optimistic that there was not a post-Thanksgiving surge in cases.
The current restrictions in the state that ban indoor dining are set to expire Sunday. The governor did not say whether the restrictions would be extended.
Tonight, both Detroit City Clerk Janice Winfrey and Livonia City Clerk Susan Nash have been subpoenaed by the state legislature's Joint Committee on Oversight. Legislators want to understand how they ran their elections and why so many precincts were out of balance. Mara McDonald live at the Detroit City Clerk's office. Mara, this would not be voter fraud we're talking about, but human counting errors, correct?
That's right, Devin. We're talking about ongoing counting problems, especially here in the city of Detroit. We're talking about when the poll book doesn't match the number of votes cast. And to be clear, this would have zero effect on the outcome of the presidential election here in Detroit or the state. But if these counting problems persist, there will come a day, who knows how soon, in a local race where it will become an issue.
The Senate Committee on Oversight will come to order.
The legislature is following up on claims of voting irregularities, and while so far precisely zero of the claims of fraud have been shown to be true, there were significant counting problems in Detroit and Livonia, where poll books do not match votes cast, and they are without explanation, which means they can't be recounted. We're talking about between 400 and 500 votes total here.
I move that the Senate Oversight Committee vote to authorize the chair, in conjunction with the chair of the House Oversight Committee, to issue and have served the subpoena to Clerk Susan Nash of the City of Livonia.
Next up, Janice Winfrey.
I move that the Senate Oversight Committee vote to authorize the chair, in conjunction with the chair of the House Oversight Committee, to issue and have served a subpoena to Clerk Janice Winfrey of the City of Detroit.
Both clerks have until January 12th to come up with all documents explaining how the election was handled. Earlier, the Senate heard from the CEO of Dominion Voting Systems under oath about their voting machines and software, which have been a target of wild conspiracy theories.
Unfortunately, Dominion has recently been thrust into the national spotlight as part of a dangerous and reckless disinformation campaign aimed at sowing doubt and confusion over the 2020 presidential election.
Back here live, that CEO from Dominion spent quite a bit of time answering senators' questions. If anybody was hoping for some sort of a gotcha moment, it sure did not happen. Now, we reached out to both clerks who were subpoenaed late this afternoon. Neither got back to us immediately. We are live in the news center at the Detroit City Clerk's office. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. Police are calling the death of a Metro Detroit woman suspicious after her body was found on the campus at Grand Valley State.
18-year-old Taylor DeRosa was a 2020 Royal Oak High School graduate and was in her first year at Grand Valley State. Her body was found over the weekend by a jogger near the intramural athletic fields on campus. Her cause of death has not been released. A candlelight vigil is planned for tomorrow night on campus to honor her life. The State Liquor Control Commission suspends liquor licenses for 2 local restaurants for violating coronavirus restrictions. The state says Andiamo in Warren violated the rules when it allowed an indoor wedding reception earlier this month. More than 40 people were there and they were not wearing masks. Also, the Liquor Commission suspended the license of Polsky's Pub and Grub in Clinton Township for continuing dine-in service. A judge will determine Friday if the suspensions will continue and if there will be any fines or penalties.
President-elect Joe Biden is expected to nominate former Michigan Governor Jennifer Granholm as his energy secretary. Congresswoman Debbie Dingell praising the selection tonight, saying the appointment is good news for Michigan as well as the country. Granholm becomes the 3rd woman thus far selected for Biden's cabinet, joining Janet Yellen and Marcia Fudge.
Still ahead, a car lands upside down in a pond, trapping a family inside.
It's just your dad and another kid, right? Yeah, no, baby. It's a 4-year-old baby, guys.
How a Good Samaritan saved a 4-year-old boy. Let's check in with Ben.
Devin and Kim, it is or was all 20s today. We'll actually get above freezing and we'll celebrate that tomorrow, but will the warmth actually show up for the weekend? We'll look at that and snow chances for tomorrow. Next.
But first, officers find an Oakland County man outside an apartment complex covered with blood. He could face murder charges. We'll tell you about it next.